So if you want success, you have to create it and you have to attract it. So what does that mean when you say you have to create it and then you have to attract it? Well, you create it by creating the conditions for your success. And it's by creating the habits, the skills, and the attitudes that will create the conditions for success. And then you attract the opportunities to utilize those habits, skills, and attitudes. But a lot of people don't look at creating success in that way. So they think that, if you start a business, as soon as you start a business, people should start rushing to you and they want to buy your stuff and they want to do business with you. It doesn't work like that. You have to have a marketing budget. You have to get out there and let people know what you do and how you can help them. That's the first thing. You got to let people know why you're doing it. Why did you get into that? What is the story? What is your story of why this has become your passion or become the thing that you want to do? So what I find is a lot of people jump into a business just because they think it's a cash grab. They can make money. They're looking for the trendy thing. They want to jump on the trend, make some money. That's a hard way to build a business, really. That's a easy way to make some quick, fad money. But that money's not going to last you very long because you're going to get maybe, if you're lucky, you get a bunch of money in quickly, but then it's gone just as quick as it came. But you still have to spend money on advertising to let people know what you're doing. But if you're really building a business that's a passion business, you want to create it by creating your habits and your mindset, your skills, creating the opportunities for yourself, and then utilizing them when they come along. So you want to utilize them so that you can monetize them. How you do that is that you have to have a plan, and part of the plan is, what are you doing with your marketing? Is your initial marketing for trying to grab sales, or is it brand awareness so people know that your brand, know who you are, and then you're going to get the sales on the back end in your next campaign? How many campaigns are you running before you're expecting a return on investment? What is your return on investment? How much money you're putting in, and how long is it going to take you to get that money back, to break even? A lot of people don't look at that part of it either. They think they're going to make profit right away. But every business has money to start up. The only business that you can start very, very small and cheap is the MLM businesses. But the MLM businesses, a lot of them, there's an investment, and then it's really hard to actually even break even in that business because you're constantly putting out money to keep in that business. And then you're trying to build a lot of the MLM. You're not really selling a product. You're trying to build a team. Try to build a team, and they're getting people in. And it's like a pyramid scheme. So it's very hard to make money that way. It's a really hard business. I've watched a lot of people that I know that get into it. They bounce from company to company, and every time they find a company, they think it's going to be an awesome business, and it is actually. They do have this way of finding a way to pay you when you first start. That if you hit your levels, you make money. But then as soon as you start to make money on a consistent basis, they change up the compensation plan, and all of a sudden you got to do way more work to hit that same level of income. So they make it very hard for you to actually make money in the long term. So you make it on the front end to get you excited about the business, and then as you grow with that business, they make it harder and harder for you to make money, and you work super hard to make a little bit of money, or even just to break even. And if you don't maintain your levels, you don't get that income anymore. You drop down in income. So it's I've tried it, and I've found that every MLM that I've tried has been the same story. I haven't found one that worked differently, that's actually works as a business. So the best thing to do is do your own business. But how you have to do your own business is you have to have that mindset of, I got to create it, and then I got to attract it. So you create, the skills, you create the habits and the attitudes to be able to really blow up that business. And then you attract the opportunities to utilize your skills and monetize your skills to make money in that business. So those are the keys. So when you hear people always telling you, you got to work hard and you got to build a business, what they're really talking about is you got to build up the skills, you got to build up the experience, you got to learn from what you're doing, and all of that is by jumping in and getting started and doing something. But then you have to always be ready for the next opportunity that comes along for your business to be able to utilize it. So if you're not prepared, and then somebody comes along and says, hey, I have this opportunity, I want you to come speak at this event, and you're not prepared, you don't have, this happened to me in the past. I had an opportunity to speak at an event, but it was an event that was going to have a higher level clientele, and I didn't have the higher level programs ready, so I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared to start working with the clients that are going to pay $20,000, $30,000 for a course. I didn't have a $20,000 course, so I wasn't prepared, so I couldn't use that opportunity. So even though I was creating business and I was attracting things to me, I was attracting opportunities that I wasn't ready to do. I didn't have the confidence to do it, and I also didn't have the program that I felt was worth $20,000. So I couldn't take that opportunity. So that's what I'm talking about. You have to prepare with your mindset to prepare to utilize the thing that you're going to attract. Because it's what good is it attracting this big, high-paying opportunity if you can't actually utilize it? If you're going to go up there with your $300 or $400 or $1,000 program, and people are expecting programs that are $10,000, and they're expecting you to give, at least $10,000 of value, and you fake it and you try it, it's going to be a disaster anyways. But if you're not confident to even do that, but you've attracted that opportunity, then you're still in a losing situation. So you really have to think about, what am I creating? What am I trying to attract? And am I ready for that level? What level am I ready for? And then you really focus on attracting people that are at that level that you can help. So if you want to work with people that are just starting out, you focus on that. If you want to work with people that are already really successful and want to take it to the next level, then you focus on that. But you have to know what you're focused on and what your skill set is and what you can do. And my rule is, I always try to give twice the value for what you're paying. So whatever my program is, you should get twice the value out of that. And as long as I feel like I'm giving twice the value, I'm very confident and comfortable in, making the offer that I'm offering. But if I'm jumping out of my comfort zone and then I'm starting to think, am I really even giving this person $10,000 worth of knowledge? Then I feel like a fraud. I feel like I'm ripping them off because I'm grabbing cash, but I can't guarantee the value that you're going to get from it because I don't even know if it's worth $10,000. And that's one of the things I find with a lot of coaches. They're trying to tell you to set your program at a high level, high rate. But when you're doing that and you're working with these people, someone that can pay, say they can pay $5,000 for your program, they already know a lot of what they're doing. They're expecting you to be able to fill in the gaps, to fill in the things that they don't know. If you can't do that with your program, you shouldn't be offering to work with them for $5,000, a month or whatever it is that you're charging. So you really got to be careful with that. And it's all about building your skills, your habits, and your attitudes, knowing that your stuff is worth more than what you're offering. As long as your stuff is worth more than you're offering, you're going to do very well in this business. But if your stuff isn't worth it, and that's what I find with MLM, a lot of these MLM offers, they're not what they appear to be. They're not as flashy and as great as what the video looks like. And then you feel like a fraud trying to sell it because this stuff doesn't really work. It's not as good as you thought it was going to be, but now you're in it and you spend a bunch of money. And so now you got to promote it because you're trying to get your money back. But you're really promoting crap, and you're promoting crap, but you're trying not to tell people that it's crap. That's a really crappy way to build a business. It's a really crappy way to make money because you're always going to feel bad about taking people's money. I feel good about taking people's money because I know they're getting twice the value that I'm asking for. So I feel great. I have no problem taking someone's money. I have no problem helping them with a program because I know my programs are worth more than what I charge. And that, for me, makes me happy, makes me feel good about being in business. So really, you got to look at that when you're want to be successful, you got to create it, and then you got to attract it. Make sure you know what you're creating, and make sure you're attracting something that you can utilize. Like the story I told you, I ran into that where I attracted something I couldn't utilize, so that it was a waste of the attraction. So make sure you're attracting the thing that you can use. And my tip for you is always offer your program. Make sure that you're giving twice the amount of value that you're asking for, and you're always going to be happy to make that offer. You're going to be happy to accept that money, and you're going to be confident that the person is going to be successful in doing the program. So that's what I wanted to talk about for today. Make sure that you like this video. Leave a comment. Let me know what's working for you. Let me know the things that you like or the things that you're struggling with. Subscribe to this channel because it's always good to subscribe. Then you don't miss any videos. And until next time, you heard.